21 Pilots and ARGs. Two things that go super well together. If you don't know what an ARG is, it stands for Augmented Reality Game. Basically a world that's not our own, something that augments reality as the name implies. There are a plethora of these across the internet. There's a lot on the Twitter machine, there's a lot on YouTube. So the most famous one that I can think of is Local 58. And there are a lot of alien ones, dystopian ones, and there a YouTuber called Nexpo covers a lot of these, and a lot of the ARGs are in the horror sci-fi genre. But 21 Pilots has experimented with ARGs on two separate occasions. Both have become major parts of the lore as we know it today. Those two things are the Blurryface Twitter account, as well as the Level of Concern ARG code hunt. Oh boy, I still have nightmares. And since those two ARGs, especially within the past year, there have been an influx of 21 Pilot ARGs coming to the surface, and those ones have some issues that we will talk about in this video, but I wanted to talk about the history of 21 Pilots and ARGs, then do my little rant at the very end here. So, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well, and I hope it continues to go well. This is the history of 21 Pilots, ARGs, and my big thing against the fake ones. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the one that came pre-Blurryface album, and that is the Blurryface Twitter account. This was before I was a 21 Pilots fan, so I had to look up so many things to get all of this information. And I'm still unsure that I have all the information of it still, cause Blurryface deleted all of the tweets. The last tweet Blurryface sent was on April 6th, saying that the name of the new record is Scaled and Icy, which is where we first heard the name of the record, as well as the DMA org stuff. This account is ran by 21 Pilots. It is a 21 Pilots affiliated account. Tyler is the one who tweets off of it. It was confirmed through the team, which is super important. You have to make sure these ARGs are confirmed through the staff. So, the way the Blurryface account started is that it would DM people messages and then would follow up with, don't follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. So Tyler was tweeting at you, which is a super cool thing. Then posting stuff onto Twitter that eventually would be actual 21 Pilot things, such as posting this image, which later became the 21 Pilots header, then tweeting stuff such as Monday night, to which that following Monday is when the Stressed Out music video debuted, and then just tweeting a whole bunch of things. Then 21 Pilots would immediately do it, such as giving a new vlog of sorts, and then even leaking lyrics, such as leaking the lyrics to Ride, tweeting very, very cryptic photos, including tweeting something that is super relevant today, which is, so many fakes, you're lying, there's only one Blurryface. Then even tweeting tonight, to which then 21 Pilots announced the emotional roadshow later on that night. We got a lot of things from this Blurryface account that contribute to the lore also. The most famous one being this, talking about wearing blue as it signifies defeat. That's why we know what blue means within the Dima universe, due to this tweet. Then somewhere along the line, the tweets got deleted, Blurryface came back, those tweets got deleted, and again, this is the account we know is 21 Pilots affiliated, but I'm the most unsure of, just because all the tweets got deleted. There are a whole bunch of screenshots all across the web, but it's hard for me to go find because there's not one set location where everything is. I would like to make that a thing, so that might be something in the future. But Blurryface, 21 Pilots affiliated, ran by Tyler, definitely real, creepy, and love it. And again, the second one was the level of concern ARG, the internet scavenger hunt that gives so many people PTSD and nightmares, including myself, looking for all these codes. But basically it started after the release of Level of Concern. Basically, a thing was posted to the 21 Pilots YouTube channel. You got to hear Nigel, the voiceover guy, say, "Hello, if you are receiving this message, you are most likely currently experiencing levels of concern." And then going through this whole thing, gave you a phone number to call, then it whispered this thing that said it's hidden in static, and then became the scavenger hunt to go across the entire internet and looking for codes. And they appeared in this live stream video that happened on the 21 Pilots YouTube channel, this continuous long live stream video with hints that were in the live stream, hints that were in images. One of the codes was on the back of the Trench album. It is crazy. You just got unlocked a whole bunch of USBs. You got cool 21 Pilots information off of them. You got to see some clips of them that have never been seen before. Got to get some images, and then you got some more stuff which unlocked more things to ARG. You also got this whole alphabet, and that would go on and on and on. You had to run through ciphers like the Sofalina cipher. Just so many things, and ended up you get basically up to the codes, and then 19 they stopped for the day. Then code 20, the race was on. People who got code 20 the first, I don't know how many, they got sent a USB, which is where he first got the message Clancy is dead, with Tyler wearing a Good Day Dima hoodie, which I want, by the way. And we get another thing of Josh as well on the USB also, but this is where he first learned Clancy is dead, hidden in the background of this USB. And of course, this led to the never-ending music video on the YouTube channel, the world record music video from 21 Pilots with Level of Concern. And that was the last ARG 21 Pilots has ran entirely. There have not been any 21 Pilot ARGs since, and there are currently, at the time, there are currently no 21 Pilots ARGs. Quick little side note, I do have all the Level of Concern USBs on a USB file in this room that I think would be a fun video to do a deep dive retrospective into the Level of Concern USBs to see if there's any information we missed and/or information we should have saw coming in regards to Scaled and Icy. I think that'd be really fun. But back to the main topic, which is ARGs, and I want to talk about all the unofficial ARGs, all the family ones, because we had an influx of them after the Level of Concern ARG, because it got a lot of people thinking, well, I would like to do something like that. And there have been a plethora of them. There have been some really entertaining ones. There has been ones that just stopped and I wish they would have seen flourish, and I've covered a bit on the channel. And there have been accounts that have gotten back to me saying, whoa, wait, we aren't associated with 21 Pilots, just to let you know. Thank you for spotlighting us. And I've totally been okay with it, because they came out and said, hey, we're not associated with the band, which is something every ARG needs to say, because if you don't say it, it makes you look like you are tricking thousands of people into thinking that you are associated in the band, when in reality, you are not. And that can lead to legal issues such as cease and desist orders and other things that can get you into a little bit of trouble. Like there was one that fooled thousands of people last year, and I will admit, they did say they aren't affiliated with the band, but they were kind of being shady about that, and it fooled people, Oh boy, it fooled people. I was one of them. And it looks like this ARG is doing it again. I saw another one that popped out after the first live show that 21 Pilots did, and an account popped up. They were messaging people like the Blurryface Twitter account saying, don't follow me, and like just replying to people on Twitter saying, don't follow me, and then deleting their tweets, being super cryptic with it. I remember this Twitter account predicted that they were going to play a song. Then they came out later and said, well, I guess I was wrong, and then turned into a meme account for a little bit, rebranded. Then now their account is locked right now. Like you can't follow it. You have, because it's locked. There was another, it was called the Takeover Twitter account that said that Tyler was going to dye his hair pink again. Josh was going to dye his hair blue. And as soon as the Takeover tour started, that got proved wrong, and then the person running the account was just a major jerk to everyone responding back. Like, man, they were nasty to some people. I read the tweets, and like, even to me, they blocked me because they said, hold me accountable. And I was like, Tyler and Josh don't have dyed hair. I'm holding you accountable, and they just outright blocked me. So great ARG from that, and then they rebranded. Then they rebranded again. Now there's something else right now being super cryptic, and it's not band affiliated, because if it was band affiliated, they wouldn't be such a jerk to people. All this to say, 21 Pilots are currently running 0 ARGs. And you need to keep that in mind when you go out on the Twitter machine, onto the YouTube, and see some stuff. Because it's easy to be fooled, especially with 21 Pilots, where they've ran ARGs previous, and 21 Pilots being the cryptic band that they are, it may seem possible that it's them, but I promise you, it is not, unless they come out and say it. I do just want to stick in here that the unofficial 21 Pilots ARGs are still fun. They're still okay, because it's still something fun to do in the meantime while 21 Pilots cooks up more content. It's a little bit of escapism. It's like 21 Pilot Theory Jr., because you are working out this person's story compared to the mecha story, which is the Dima lore. It's super fun with ARGs trying to figure out what they mean, theorize about them, because it is that little bit of escapism, something fun to do maybe as a little side project. And with that being said, the people running these accounts, they're most likely good people, unless they say they are associated or they have connection with Tyler and Josh, because most likely they don't. Most likely they do not. And if you question them about it, they should be nice and not be total jerks about it. And basically what I'm trying to say is, don't harass the people at all. If they say they aren't associated with the band, that's completely fine. You can have fun with the ARG at your disposal. If they never say they're not associated with the band, and or they say they are associated with the band, I'd take that as a red flag, step back, and just ignore it altogether. And or if you question them about it and they get super defensive, take a step back, move on, and forget about it. If they say they are associated with the band, take a step back, move on, forget about it. Because odds are those people will be jerks. Maybe they will not be the nicest people in the world, but have fun at ARGs if you will. But make sure all accounts say not associated with the bands, and or if they don't say it, do what you will, but 21 Pilots are currently running 0 ARGs. But anyway, guys, I love ARGs. I do love them. I love 21 Pilots. I love 21 Pilots ARGs, but you just gotta say you aren't associated with the bands, then we're good. Then we're even, we're straight. So, there is that little bit of a rant tonight at the very tail end of this, but I want to give you a history of the ARGs. I want to make a whole entire Blurryface history thing, so if I just compile all the tweets together. If you have any screenshots of the Blurryface Twitter account, please email them over at gooddaytop21@gmail.com. That email is in the description box below. And or I will also maybe open a channel on the JLAndersonMusic Discord server, link down in the description box below also. Anyway guys, my throat is hurting because I have been talking a lot, kind of getting more yelly, but I'm gonna go edit this video and go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a Justin for Sideband, and I'll see you then. Goodbye, and more importantly, have a good day, and 21 Pilots are running 0 ARGs.